have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
They love it when I turn up the bass. They love it when I turn up the bass.
Al from D-Town and Chili442 show. I have no idea where Chili is. I know he is doing his show from the garage. And it just might be too cold out there. He might have to get his shit moved. Anyway, I wanted to jump on because just to let you know, if Evan jumps on, we'll do a show. If not, this is going to be a short one. But I wanted to just jump on and say I'm alive. I survived the flu and bronchitis. So, yeah, that was fun. Let you know what happened. Last Wednesday, I was at work about an hour to go. At the end of the day, I couldn't walk. My legs kept feeling like they were going out on me. And then my shoulders started feeling that way. Just that I was just achy and everything. And I was like, oh, my God. So I never go to the hospital. I worked 6 months with a torn shoulder because I'm just, I don't like hospitals, which I don't think if any of us do. But I especially don't. And so I don't go, and I went to the hospital. And they gave me, like the instant, they gave me a COVID test, but then I gave the doctor my symptoms and everything. She goes, sounds like you got the flu. So they did a flu test. It came back negative. The next day, I had to go to the hospital for a few tests. They took another one, and I got my tests. It was weird. Nowadays, you get a text message. You know, I didn't have to wait for the doctor to call or anything. They just sent a text message. So, yeah, I was like, okay, whatever. So anyway, I had influenza A and B. Because I don't half-ass anything. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. But, so I was off last Sunday, and I couldn't have done the show. I'm just now, yesterday I started feeling a lot better. Today, just the mornings are kind of rough, head stuffed and everything like that, but it, it's winter time. I'm going out and getting cars. I'm getting wet. I'm walking outside. It was bound to happen. I still think it's because I'm not on the garbage route, but who knows? I have no idea where my damn co-host is. Let's see if we can get him on the line. But this Sunday, I'm not going to make it. I am not going to be on the show. Are we, Tanner? We got my granddaughter's 9th birthday, and they're actually putting them together. Ireland, she will be, I think she'll be 2 already. Jesus. And then, of course, Ember will be 9. So, yeah. So that's what I'm going to do this Sunday. So that's a good excuse. You can't. And then, also, last show in the D-Town studio. That's why I wanted to see if we can't get Evan on the line. That's what Evan sees when I call, right there. He's so lucky. Well, hey, watch your big ass head, Tanner. Yeah, he's not picking up. He either fell asleep or he's having computer issues or something. But anyway, we'll get through it. I got a few lists we can do, and we'll make a fun little quick show out of it. So anyway, yeah, I will not be live this Sunday. Hopefully, I can get a new studio put together pretty quick, and we'll only be gone a week. So I didn't want to miss 2 weeks, you know. Although it's almost like you're getting half a show with just me, so I apologize. But here, I thought this would be a fun one to kind of go through. The top songs every year since the 1960s. Oh, I think I did say you're listening to the AlfromDtown&Chili442 show, episode 105. This starts in 1958, so let's go through a few of these. Tommy Edwards, It's All in the Game. It ran number 1 for 6 weeks. Never heard of it. Bobby Darin, Mac the Knife, number 1 for 9 weeks. I have heard Mac the Knife. 1960, Jim Reeves, He'll Have to Go. Number 2 for 3 weeks. How is that the number 1 song then in 1960? Yeah, let me read that again. Number 2 for 3 weeks, but the first runner-up was Brenda Lee, I'm Sorry, number 1 for 3 weeks. Huh. Sexism. Ugh. That's how they were in the 60s. 1961, Bobby Lewis, Tossin' and Turnin', number 1 for 7 weeks. These are the top songs every year since the 1960s. You know what? Let's go to the 70s. We ain't gonna know none of this 60s shit. 68, Cream, Sunshine of Your Love, number 5 for 1 week. See, something's up. First runner-up is the Beatles, Hey Jude, number 1 for 9 weeks. Well, why wouldn't that be the first? Huh. I think some people were bought off. 69, the Archies, Sugar Sugar. Same thing. It was only number 1 for 4 weeks, and the Fifth Dimension, Let the Sunshine In, was number 1 for 6 weeks. And even the Rolling Stones were number 1 for 4 weeks with Honky Tonk Woman. Yeah, I don't understand how they came up with some of these. 70, Rare Earth, Get Ready, number 4 for 2 weeks. But then you had the Carpenters, number 1 for 4 weeks. Yeah, I don't know. Who the hell did this list? 247 Tempo. Never heard of them. That's probably a good reason. 1971, the Raiders, Indian Reservation. Never heard of it. I wish I could play just a snippet of these songs, but I know they'd get us for copyright infringement. 1972, Joe Tex, I Gotcha, number 2 for 2 weeks. And, of course, the first runner-up was Roberta Flack, The First Time Ever I Saw Your Face, number 1 for 6 weeks. See, I've heard the runner-up song, but not that song. Joe Tex, I Gotcha. I'm going to look some of these up. 1973, what an amazing year. I was born and brought into this world to bring you some bitches some joy. 1973, Chris Christopherson, Why Me? Number 16 for 1 week. Come on, man. Second runner-up, Jim Grossi, Bad Bad Leroy Brown. Yes, that should have been the song for 73. Although I ain't going to hate. I like Chris Christopherson. 1974, Redbone, Come and Get Your Love. Some of these I have never heard of. 75, Morris Albert, Feelings. Ooh, I think you got to go with the runner-up. Glenn Campbell, Rhinestone Cowboy, number 1 for 6 weeks. And the Feelings was number 6 for 1 week. I don't understand how they're calculating this list, because it's like the first runner-up should be the... Anyway, 1976, Walter Murphy and the Big Apple Band, A Fifth of Beethoven, number 1 for 1 week. Second runner-up, Wild Cherry, Play That Funky Music. We all know that. Third runner-up, Daryl Hall and John Oates, Sarah Smiles. Oh, my God. And you pick what? A Fifth of Beethoven. I'm going to have to go and listen to some of these. These are the top songs every year since the 1960s. I have disagreed with almost every part of this list. 77, Andy Gibb, I Just Want to Be Your Everything. Andy Gibb was kind of big. I remember my mom was all into the Gibb boys, you know, the Bee Gees and everything like that. 1978, Hot Child in the City, which was number 1 for 1 week. And the first runner-up, Bee Gees, Staying Alive, number 1 for 6 weeks. Andy Gibb was second runner-up, Shadow Dancing, number 1 for 7 weeks. How is that not Andy Gibb again? These people make no sense. Robert John, Sad Eyes. I have heard that one. And 1980, Blondie, Call Me. Yeah, that makes sense. That's a big hit. And Deborah Harry was so hot back then. I say that out loud? This one just says number 1 for 2 weeks. It doesn't even say the band, but oh, it's Rick Springfield. I can see him, but it doesn't say what band. Or what song. I'm betting, what? That had to be Jesse's Girl, right? Had to be Jesse's Girl. 82, John Cougar Mellencamp, Hurt So Good. Yep. You couldn't turn on Y103 without, either that or Pink Houses. Seemed like that was the only 2 albums they played. 83, Irene Cara, Flashdance, What a Feeling. Yeah, I agree with that. That was a huge movie, too. The movie made a lot of money. 84, Tina Turner, What's Love Got to Do with It? Of course. Ooh, I don't know. The first runner-up is Phil Collins, Against All Odds. What a great freaking song. And if you've never seen the movie Against All Odds, Jeff Bridges, it's a good flick. 80s flick. It's a good flick. 1985, Aha, Take On Me. It was only number 1 for 1 week. Ooh, I'd have picked Kool and the Gang with Cherish. Number 2 for 3 weeks. Or even this one, Tears for Fears, Everybody Wants to Rule the World. What a huge song for Tears for Fears. That's a huge song for a-ha, though. That video, if you've never seen that a-ha video, Take On Me, it's pretty cool. 86, Patti LaBelle and Michael McDonald, On My Own. That is one voice that I think I could sit there and listen to for hours, is Michael McDonald. Oh, man. I love his voice, and like when he was with, what was it, the Doobie Brothers? I love the Doobie Brothers, man. 1987, Debbie Gibson, Only in My Dreams. If you hear clanging over there, Tanner must be out of water. He's throwing his water bowl. 1988, Taylor Dane, I'll Always Love You. Let's take a little break and right here see if we can't find our coworker real quick. He's got me working this shift by myself. Yeah, I don't think Evan's going to make it tonight, folks. Oh, he's okay. So that was Taylor Dane in 1988. 1989, Bette Midler, Wind Beneath My Wings. Huge song. Oh my God! And my mom learned to play that on the piano. Oh. My mom played the piano and she played it beautifully. The bad thing about it, some of them songs, oh my God, I got tired of hearing them. It's like, all right, Mom, learn a new song. 1990, The Righteous Brothers, Unchained Melody. Yeah. 1991, Boys to Men, Motown Philly. Huge song for Boys to Men. That was their breakout first video, their first single, and it was huge for them. 1992, John Cicada, yeah, Just Another Day, never heard from it. Oh, no, I think you got to go with the first runner-up, TLC, Baby, Baby, Baby. Yeah, this one is number 5 for 1 week, the one they chose. TLC, which was their first song, number 2 for 6 weeks. Yeah, this list is... don't make no sense. 1993, Tag Team, Whoop, There It Is. Hated that fucking song. Whoop, there it is. Whoop. Oh, my God. Then they started playing it. It started dying down, and then they started, like, playing it at sporting events and shit. And I was like, oh, my God, I can't get away. I got to get away. 1994, I like this band. It's one of those hidden delights that you don't tell your friends that you listen to, but if the song comes on and I'm alone, it gets cranked up a little bit. 1994, Ace of Base, The Sign. Oh, first runner-up, Ace of Base, Don't Turn Around. Great song. That's cool. They got first and second, so yeah. They came out, they were pretty big. They made a pretty big impact. 1995, another band that was huge in the mid-90s, Blues Traveler, Run Around. 1996, the Tony Rich Project, Nobody Knows. I know I've heard that Tony Rich plus, but I think they should have went with the first runner-up. Gin Blossoms, Follow You Down. I love Gin Blossoms. 1997, Jewel, Foolish Games. And in the 80s, I cannot believe The Clash was not like Song of the Year or something. Anyway, we're going through the top songs of every year since the 1960s. We're at 1998, Savage Garden, Truly, Madly, Deeply. I didn't really know that. Ooh, second runner-up, Shania Twain, You're Still the One. That was a huge hit for Shania. Wow. Surprised to see this one on there. 1999, 702, Where My Girls At. There's a slow jam on that 702 on their very first album. That is a beautiful, beautiful song. I'll have to look that up. Now we're in the 2000s. This is the top song every year since the 1960s. 2000, Faith Hill, Breathe. Huge song. First runner-up was Joe, I Want to Know. Great song, too. I'd have had trouble picking those two. I think you got to go with Faith Hill because I think that's when she'd been out a few years, but just kind of wildly hit the scene. So, 2001, I never was a huge fan of these guys. Lifehouse, Hanging by a Moment. I would have picked the first runner-up, Train, Drops of Jupiter. I love that song. 2002 Song of the Year was Vanessa Carlton, 1,000 Miles. Don't really know that. Didn't somebody just redo that and it blew up? I think so. 2003 Matchbox 20, Unwell. I was, this came on the radio the other day, and I was actually singing it. First runner-up, Three Doors Down, When I'm Gone. Is that the one where Dale Earnhardt and Tony Stewart are racing? If it is, that might be my favorite song, just because of the video. Oh, shit. Sorry, folks. Oh, sorry about that. Tanner ran over there and I looked and my internet cable was barely hanging on. 2004 was Usher featuring Little John and Ludacris. Yeah. Yeah. I loved that song. I think it was my ringtone for a while. 2005, Kelly Clarkson, Since You've Been Gone. Yeah, I made old Kelly Clarkson huge. 2006 is Natasha Bedingfield, Unwritten. These are the top songs of every year since the 60s. We're at 2007, Carrie Underwood, Before He Cheats. Hey, if you're a dude, go watch that video. Oh, Carrie Underwood is so hot in that video. Is that what you want? You just want a little kiss? 2008, Leona Lewis, Bleeding Love. I don't think I've ever heard that. Some of these I'm actually going to go back and listen. 2009, Lady Gaga, Poker Face. I never got into... I can't say I dislike her because, like, I just... I just never listened to her. 2010, Train, Hey Soul Sister. That dude looks like Howie Mandel. 2011, somebody I will be seeing in April, in May in Las Vegas, Nevada. Adele, Rolling in the Deep. Damn, that sounds like a hood song. Is Adele gangbanging and shit now? Shit, I'm gonna like this show. 2012. Oh my God, it has to be. Yeah, got ye, got ye, featuring Kimbra. Why don't they have some normal ass names? Somebody that I used to know. That is a great song. But I don't know, Carly Rae Jepsen, Call Me Maybe. That wasn't that, and that song. Oh my God, I hated that song. I think my daughter listened to it like all the freaking time. But it was number one for 9 weeks. Wow. Imagine Dragons. Radioactive. And I'm only telling you this because, come on. How long have you guys known me? But I asked a coworker if he ever heard of Imagine Dragons, and he said no. And I said, well, just imagine me dragging these. Never mind, I'm not going to finish that. 2014, John Legend, All of Me. 2015, I knew this one was coming up. Bruno Mars, Uptown Funk. Number one for 14 weeks. Whew, 14 weeks. 2016, The Chainsmokers featuring Daya, Don't Let Me Down. 2017, Song of the Year is Ed Sheeran, Shape of You. I'm not going to lie to you. All this new stuff, I haven't heard. Florida Georgia Line in 2018, Meant to Be. Ed Sheeran was a runner-up, number one for 3 weeks. This one was number 2 for 3 weeks. What a fucked up list. 2019, Post Malone and Sway Lee, Sunflower. Yeah, that's not a bad song. And then the first runner-up was Post Malone, Wow, number 2 for 3 weeks. You know what? I did not want to like Post Malone. When he first came out and everything, he started getting all these face tattoos. I was like, I'm not going to like this guy. I don't fucking like him. Don't fucking like him. I'm not going to like him. I'm not going to listen to Post Malone. I like Post Malone. He's not freaking bad. 2020, this dude, when he first hit the scene, I was just all over him. I really enjoy this dude. The Weeknd with Blinding Lights. Runner-up in 2020 was Post Malone with Circles. 2021, The Weeknd and Ariana Grande, Save Your Tears. The first runner-up is Doja Cat, Kiss Me More. Never heard too much of that Doja Cat. I've seen the name. 2022 Glass Animals Heat Waves. And there you go, folks. That is going to be... 2023. Morgan Wallen last night. Number 1 for 16 weeks. Wow. Way to go, Morgan. That is a good song. Anyway, so there you go. We got through one list. And then let's do this one. We'll go through this one. These are things you should never order at a restaurant. I'm going to see if I agree with any of these because I've worked at a few. Fish on Monday. It depends on if they're getting their fish. Most places in the Midwest, we get our fish frozen in boxes. You ain't getting no, fresh catch of the day in D-Town. Sorry. You better take your fancy ass to New York or something like that. Freshly squeezed orange juice. Yeah. It says... Think freshly squeezed juice is healthier than pasteurized? Think again. Bacteria from the skin of the fruit can end up in the juice and multiply. I love orange juice too. The salad bar. Do not eat the salad bar. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we need to bring that shit back. You know what? One thing when them like buffets and shit, people had strong immune systems. Oh, this one hurts. Raw oysters. Ooh. According to the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention, 80,000 people suffer from infection caused by Vibrio bacteria from raw oysters every year. I'm going to be one of them. I'm going to be one of them that just falls over, die. Raw sprouts. God. And it sucked because Jimmy John's had a sandwich called the California. It was turkey, provolone cheese, lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise, and then they put bean sprouts on that. Oh, man, that was a killer sandwich. And then they quit doing the bean sprouts. Psh, of course they did. Everything I find that I like, it seems like they discontinue it or, like, quit making it. Fucking crazy shit. The second cheapest wine. If you order the second cheapest wine in a bid to not look cheap, restaurants are wise to your tricks. This is often the bottle restaurants pay the least for. Oh, they getting a little tricky. Who in the fuck buys a bottle of whole wine? I mean, see, these are people I don't hang out with. Because I've never seen anybody say, hey, bring a couple bottles of wine for a tape. I take that back. I went on, I was New Year's. The people I was with, I think they got a bottle of wine for the table. No. What it was, I think they brought to me glasses. So it looked like we had a bottle of wine for the table. This one says the specials. Restaurant specials are one-off dishes a chef has created just for an evening. They're usually a way of using up leftover ingredients or produce on the turn. Yeah, I'm not a big, I'll take the special. Dishes described as famous or world's best. Yeah, I don't know. I don't give a shit. You know, I say I make the best barbecue. You know, you're supposed to. Anything you do, you're supposed to think you're the best at. I mean, yeah, I don't agree with that one. I don't like that. Bar snacks. It says bowls of peanuts and popcorn aren't replaced between customers. See, this is a germaphobe writing this shit. Man, you need germs. Listen, that builds up your immune system. That's what's wrong with everybody right now. Everybody walked around for years with that hand sanitizer and didn't think they were supposed to get germs. No. Buffet food. Listen, I've worked at 2 buffets. I'm going to tell you, they're not worth it. I mean, if you really want buffet quality food, take your ass to Aldi's, a Save-A-Lot, something like that. Buy the cheapest canned shit you can buy, and there's your buffet food. I'm serious, man. Every vegetable in a buffet is out of a can. The meat is usually frozen and just thawed out and then cooked. About the only half-ass fresh thing you're probably going to get is like the chicken. The fish is frozen. The bread, some of the bread's actually frozen. I worked at one place. We had frozen fucking rolls. Double dipping. Yeah. Or somebody sitting at the fountain, you know, that big chocolate fountain, just dipping shit and eating it. And so, yeah, buffets. I'd stay away from buffets. Ice cream. At some restaurants, the ice cream will be a supermarket brand that you're charged outrageously marked up prices to enjoy. I can see that. Yeah, because I mean, but you got to think they got to store that shit too, you know. And a lot of restaurants don't have, you know, big walk-in coolers and stuff. Chicken, top shelves, know to avoid ordering chicken when they're out. As it is often overcooked. Yeah, that's true. That's like seafood at Red Lobster. Don't go to Red Lobster and think you're going to get good, you know, good seafood. I've never had Red Lobster when it wasn't overcooked and rubbery. Chicken Parmesan. It's one dish that's more often cooked from frozen than fresh. Most of them are. Look, unless you're paying top dollar and going to some 4 or 5 star restaurant, most of your shit is going to be frozen. Most of it. So yeah, there's a few in here that tap water. Well, they ain't going to tell you it's tap water. But it says, yeah, if they just come and set a pitcher up to your table, you can guarantee it's tap water. Something you could have made at home. Well, duh. You know, I am kind of... I reading the explanation now, I see where they're going. Eating out is an opportunity to try something new and be surprised. That is one thing I try to do. Like Chinese. I love Chinese food, and I love the way watching it being prepared and everything like that. But that is one thing that I do. I hardly order the same thing, except like appetizers and stuff like that. But my main entree, I'll look for something I haven't tried. And that's usually when you find, you know, something that you really like. I'm not so narrow-minded where I'm like, no, I ain't gonna try that. Have you tried it before? No. Hollandaise sauce, yeah. Yeah, it's horrible. Don't mess with that. And a pizza at a restaurant that doesn't specialize in pizza. Yeah. And I bet you it's frozen. I bet you're getting a frozen pizza. Meatloaf. Who in the fuck goes and orders? Oh, well, they got that, well, where's all the old people go that I'll be going in a few years? Cracker Barrel. Yeah. I guess you could go for Cracker Barrel around here for some meatloaf. Wedge salad. It says the wedge salad is a dish you could have easily prepared for yourself at home. Made with iceberg lettuce, which can be marked up to 20 times over. Woo! I'm going to start just slinging wedge salads out the apartment, y'all. Bottled ketchup on the table. Look, if you're a grown adult, the only thing ketchup is allowed on is fries. That is it. You don't put it on a hamburger. You don't put it on a hot dog. Especially around me. You put ketchup on a hot dog around me, I'm going to punch you in the throat. I don't care if you're old or not. Fucking grow up. I'm kidding. Mussels. Yeah, I'd rather cook those at home. Because, man, if they don't open up, a lot of people don't know this, but like on mussels, clams, and stuff like that, they have to open. And a lot of people pry them open. Yeah. Expensive ingredients. Yeah, like white truffles and caviar. Yeah, you don't need that shit. Caviar is horrible. If you want to eat caviar, just dump salt in your mouth. That's all you need. Well done meat. Yeah, that's another thing, man, that'll take you off a Christmas card list for me if I'm with you. Now, the thing that'll make me hate you is like if you get a steak well done and then smear ketchup all over that son of a bitch. Oh, we're fighting right there in the restaurant. I'm going to try to shank you with the steak knife. You know, that's why they took those points off the steak knives when you go to a restaurant now and they're rounded. Because of people like me. Because I'm done with the shit. Don't get your steak well done. That is not blood in the center of it. Okay? Grow up. They drain every bit of blood out of a cow. All right? They hang it. It drips. It goes all the way down. That is not blood you are eating. All right? Read up on it. You might as well have a hamburger. If you're going to cook a steak well done, you might as well have a hamburger. Don't waste your money. I'm just telling you. You do not know what you're missing. I'm not a rare guy. I'm medium. And it's got to be perfect. I don't like it like real red. I've eaten it that way, and it doesn't bother me. But man, you get that just pink all the way through. Man, don't get me going. I'm cutting it. Might have to go get me a steak. Veggie burgers and sausages. Yeah, if you're a vegetarian, man, I kind of feel bad for you because they're finding out like a bunch of those veggie burgers and shit that you buy actually got some kind of meat products in them. But to each his own, you know. I'm not going to slam vegetarians. I know a few. And honestly, there's a lot of meals that go without eating meat. So, you know. But I'm not like a vegetarian or anything like that. So there we go. And that was it. So yeah, those are 30 things that you shouldn't eat out of a restaurant. Huh. Well, anyway. Well, we are at 8:45. Let's see what kind of news. We'll just check the headlines real quick. Oklahoma bill bans furries from school, requires parents or animal control to pick them up. If you don't know what furries are these adults that dress up in, you know, I guess sexy cartoon things and have sex. So you can't go to the schools with that. So there you go. Oh. Jesus Christ. Why do we have to make laws? A brain-dead man was attached to a gene-edited pig liver for 3 days. A brain-dead man was attached to a gene-edited pig liver for 3 days. Wow. So they edited the genes of this pig liver to see if they could get it to work in this guy. You know, one day they're going to have it so, you know, you pretty much live forever. I mean, they're going to have to figure out the brain, because I think the brain does some weird stuff, you know, with age and everything. You get, well, look at the guy running the country. That's all I'll say. OnlyFans model seen attacking boyfriend on Aspen content trip months before stabbing him. Oh shit. See, y'all want these good-looking women and shit. You better watch it. Cell phone video shows a violent meltdown involving an OnlyFans model, Courtney, berating and striking her boyfriend months before she stabbed him in her luxury Miami apartment. Man, that's almost like dating a porn star or stripper. I don't like that shit. Nah. No. I've never dated a stripper. I've been asked out by a stripper, but I've never, ever dated a stripper. Man, to me, it's more hassle to bring into the relationship. You know what I mean? So, anyway, Brampton man, 25, charged with cracking open a beer while driving to celebrate new driver's license. Oh my God. Well, this 25-year-old man had lost his license when he was 19 for drinking and driving. And 6 years later, he gets his license back, and they got him. Louisiana woman grew a cabbage the size of a small child, setting record for a massive produce. There you go. I think that is going to do it. We're going to check the Bozo Criminal of the Day, see if we got a new one. And we do. This one is from St. Petersburg, Florida. Committed perhaps the most heinous holiday crime since Grandma got flattened by that reindeer. Cops were called to the residence on Christmas Eve on a report of a domestic battery. The police found our victim recuperating on the couch with numerous scratches on his upper body and arms. Seems the man and his girlfriend got in an argument over infidelity when the woman picked up the family Christmas tree and began to give the man a holiday thrashing. She has been charged with domestic battery and booked into jail. They both have been ordered to have a no contact with each other. No word on the fate of the tree. She whooped his ass with a Christmas tree. Fuck around on me and find out. Woo! Yeah. Anyway, well, damn gang, I was just going to jump on here and tell you we're going to be gone next Sunday. Or this Sunday. I do have my granddaughter's birthday party. They're going to do 2 of them. So I'm going to go to that. And man, the D-Town studio is going to be moving. So hopefully, I think I'm going to get rid of the green screen here. Won't be no more of that. I think I'm going to go back to try to set it somewhere where I got a bunch of lights and stuff. So I might do up my studio pretty nice. We'll see what happens. But anyway, gang, on behalf of my co-host, he's usually right there. I love that dude more than anything. Hope he's doing okay. Chili442, we will see you. We might do next week. I'm going to say might. All right. We might bring you show 106 sometime during the week. If it's not too cold and stuff like that, because Chili's studio is in his garage. And he lives up north a little bit. And although, the other day it was like 2 or 3 below. And I give to Childhood Leukemia Foundation every year, and they called and asked me, they were getting ready to close out the pledge, and I had wrote it down that I sent them the money. Well, I never did. So I checked my account and everything, and the money was still in there. So I said, yeah, hold on, let me get my card. And I donated to them. And we were talking about the weather, and she goes, yeah, it's cold here. It's like 13. I said, did you say 13? And she goes, yeah. I said, bitch, it's -7 here. I didn't call her a bitch, of course, but I was like, it's -7 here. And I was like, well, how in the fuck are we colder than Michigan? And then I was like, yeah, if I was heat, I wouldn't want to come to Illinois either. I mean, fuck them. Anyway, gang. Man, we love you. We appreciate all the support. We are getting huge numbers on our replays. The YouTube channel seems to be doing decent. I'm going to start putting these on AlfromDtown.com. I just have to find another video. I don't like the Vimeo or whatever I was using. I don't like them guys, man. And their public or tech support sucks, and they're always messing something up. So, well, I'm just trying to do, and I might even do something different with that website, but we'll find out. Anyway, gang, I hope you have Thursday? So I hope you have a great weekend, and we won't see you Sunday, but we will see you next week sometime, and then we'll see you the following Sunday. So anyway, peace. We love you, and be good to one another.